Hey guys, Credit Shifu here, and welcome to our much awaited review of the Amex Platinum Card. I purposefully waited a few months to experience many of the perks of this card before I did this review. So here we have the Amex Platinum Metal Card, which was brought in earlier this year. Previously to that, you had only the Amex Platinum plastic card, which I will say is also a pretty good looking card. Here are the two cards side by side. We did actually do a weigh-in video where we compared the weight of the cards, etc. The metal card is a very chunky card. It's heavier than the Chase Sapphire Reserve and some of the other metal cards out there. And you know, when you use it, you do really feel like a boss when like you hand it to the waiter and they're like, oh, whoa, that's heavy. But the old card, I still have to say, it's not a bad looking card. It still feels reasonably prestigious. It's actually more shiny than the metal card. If you're an existing card holder with the plastic card, you can just go on using that, or you can phone the number on the back of your card or go to Amex's website to get the metal card for yourself. And if you don't do anything, you just wait till your card expires, and the next replacement one they send you will be metal. So along with the change to a metal card earlier this year, they brought in some new perks like 5 points earning on airfare. That was actually brought in at the end of last year, a little bit earlier than that. And in addition, when they changed to metal card, they brought in the fact that you can have up to 99 additional gold cards on your account for family members, or you know, whoever you want to give one to spend money on your credit card account. And that's certainly a great perk, and that did come on online at the same time as they released the metal card. It was earlier this year. And so that's great for a couple. If you don't really want to spend the extra $175 to get additional Amex Platinum cards on the account that come with all the perks like lounge access and all that stuff, you can simply get extra gold cards for people free of charge, and then they can spend money and help you earn that sign-up bonus together. They are slightly different to regular gold cards in that their point earning actually earns the same as the Amex Platinum, so 5x on flights and prepaid hotels from Amex Travel, and those points go into the account of the primary card holder. So let's talk a little bit about the Amex Platinum, because people say that this card is really a card that people get for the perks rather than for earning points or any other reason, and that is definitely true. You could say that this gives you the best lounge access package of any credit card. I think that's probably true. You get Priority Pass Select, which gets you access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide with up to 2 guests. That was a new perk that was brought in this year when they changed to the metal card. Previously, you had to pay $27 for guests. Other cards, such as the Chase Sapphire Reserve, give you unlimited guests, so that's also something to consider. But to be honest, I don't often bring more than 2 people into a lounge with me, so you know, you got to weigh it up. Now, in addition to Priority Pass, you get access to Airspace Lounges, which is a small lounge network. They have some reasonably good lounges. And in addition to that, Amex's own Centurion lounges, which are really celebrated by many people. I went and tried one at LaGuardia Airport in New York. I have to say, it really was good. The staff were very polite, very professional, made you feel like $1 million. The food was good. All the facilities were good. People say it gets a bit busy. When I went, it wasn't that busy at the start, but towards the end of my time there, a lot more people did start coming into the lounge. They've slightly improved the situation because as of October 2nd, card holders of other Amex cards, they used to be able to pay to go into the lounge. Now they cannot do that. It's Amex Platinum and Centurion, that's the black card, Platinum and Centurion card holders only. So that should alleviate a little bit of the pressure on those lounges. And it's a very good lounge. Priority Pass that you get through Amex Platinum and many other credit cards, the lounges are sort of touch and go. You know, sometimes they're great, sometimes they're awful, like the Arton Lounge at New York Airport. Very rude staff there, and just not a great lounge. But sometimes they are great, like a Club Melisme at London's Heathrow Airport, which is an arrivals lounge. You can get a great shower there, really nice cooked breakfast. It's a really nice lounge to arrive to after a night flight over from the States to the UK. Now let's talk about the annual fee. The Amex Platinum comes with an annual fee of $550. That's a pretty hefty annual fee, even from a Tier 4 card, which is the sort of prestigious tier of credit cards. Most of them are $450. Now the Amex Platinum used to be $450, but they increased it by $100 when they switched over to the metal card and added in a lot of new perks. So there are two methods that you can use to decrease the annual fee to around $150 per year, and that's by utilizing the 2 travel credits that you get with this credit card, which are $400 in value together. So the Amex Platinum has always given out a $200 airline fee travel credit That's for use with airlines for things like checked bags, meals, etc. And this is going to be mostly used on US domestic because traveling internationally, bags are normally free, okay, checked bags. You can't use this travel credit to actually pay for air tickets. You won't get reimbursed. But Amex does allow you to use it to buy airline gift cards on some airlines with a policy that kind of changes from time to time. And we've tried this with American Airlines gift cards, so we selected American Airlines as our airline for the travel credit first of all. Then we tested it out by buying a $50 gift card, and it worked. We were reimbursed for that amount after a couple of days. So we then bought $150 more worth of gift cards in $50 installments. So we had $200 worth of gift cards. And then when we booked a trip to LA recently, the total was I think $940 for 2 people. We applied this $200 worth of gift cards. We did have to phone up to use them though, because when I was at the checkout online, couldn't find where to enter the information. So when you phone up and you have to tell them the gift card numbers over the phone, do also make sure you tell them that you couldn't use the gift card online, so you had to call, and can they waive the booking fee, because they have a $25 per person booking fee if you book online, but obviously, if you book over the phone, but obviously you couldn't book online anyway, so you had no choice but to call, and they will waive that for you. But they're not just going to volunteer to waive it, you have to ask. Yeah. So that's how you do it. And right now with American Airlines, $50 gift cards, it works. They do reimburse you. From time to time, different airlines, depending on how the gift card is coded or whatever as a purchase, sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes you don't get reimbursed. Like Alaska recently, apparently they don't reimburse you for Alaska anymore. For gift cards, that is. Probably still for baggage fees, but not for gift cards. So I recommend if you're doing this, just look up the most recent information online, read some blogs, and see what other people are having success with in getting reimbursed for gift cards, and you can make your judgment on what to do. But at the time of recording, American Airlines gift cards, in $50 gift cards that is, are fine. You will get reimbursed for them. Now, the other travel credit is a $200 Uber credit, and this was brought in at the same time they switched to the metal card and increased the annual fee. And this is given to you in $15 installments each month and $35 in December, so it's kind of like a Christmas present, holiday present, whatever. And this is for Uber X or Uber Black, or whatever kind of Uber within the United States. $15 per month reimbursement, and it also works for Uber Eats. Now I'm sure Uber knows about this, so don't worry, you're not doing something shady, it's just that they don't actively promote Uber Eats for this reimbursement. So I don't know whether that's going to be true in the future, but we have used it for Uber Eats successfully, got reimbursed for it, and so it works as of this time. We don't actually use Uber that much for taking rides. We have our own car, so we often do get food delivered, takeaway, so we just use Uber Eats for that instead of Seamless or directly ordering from a restaurant, and then we can get that money back. Now if you use both of these credits, it takes the annual fee down to $150. In addition to that, you also get a global entry credit, so in the first year that's worth $100, so in the first year your annual fee is actually just $50. Now there's one minor point though. You have to actually be flying somewhere or actually use Uber anyway in order for this to be valuable to you. Because if you find yourself buying extra plane tickets you wouldn't normally buy, or taking extra Uber rides, extra Uber Eats, then you're not actually saving money. You're spending extra money just because you feel like you're making some up. So that's false economy. But if you are actually doing that traveling or doing those Uber rides like we are, then you will be able to save money. You are reimbursing yourself and you're taking that annual fee down. Next, guys, I want to talk about hotel gold statuses. And you get 2 hotel gold statuses with the US version of the Amex Platinum. With some foreign versions of the card, you get more. You want to check out Amex's website for your particular country to find out about that. We also have another video where we compare the Amex Platinums from 5 countries, the US, UK, India, Canada, and Australia. But anyway, right now we're focusing on the US version. So in the US version, you get 2 gold statuses, SPG and Hilton. Now, the Amex Platinum is actually the easiest way to get SPG gold status in the US, because just by having the card, you get it. There are other ways, for example, obviously just staying in SPG hotels a lot, or if you have the SPG Amex card and you spend over $30,000 in a year, they'll give you a gold status for that as well. Obviously, you have to spend a lot of money for that, so basically, the easiest way is through the Amex Platinum. SPG Gold status, it'll get you room upgrades, you get 50% bonus points on your bookings, you get late checkouts where available, etc. It's good, For me personally, it's not quite as good as Hilton Gold status, and you do get Hilton Gold status with the Amex Platinum. Hilton Gold status will get you free breakfast at many of Hilton's hotels, so that really saves you quite a lot of money. It can save you between $15 and $30 per day, because many of the rooms, the rate is advertised. The lowest rate advertised does not include breakfast, and so most people book that rate, and then they finally have to pay for breakfast, and you've like $20 each morning. It really adds up. So getting free breakfast is a great perk. I've saved about $170 this year so far just on breakfast. But Hilton Gold status is actually easier to get. You can get it through having the Hilton Surpass Amex card, which is only $75 a year. So SPG Gold status is the real sort of, I would say that the kind of the cherry on this one. It's actually quite hard to get unless you have the Amex Platinum. The Amex Platinum is definitely the easiest way to get it. Both these gold statuses are pretty valuable as long as you travel a lot. And I would say to anyone, the Amex Platinum, like, this is a card for people who travel and want to have luxury travel experiences. So if you don't travel a lot, just don't get this card. I mean, like, it's a no-brainer. Like, it's a travel card, okay? But if you do travel a lot, it's going to be worth it for you. Let's just have a few final thoughts now. Obviously, it's a charge card, so you have to pay off your balance every month. So if you're thinking, how will I finance a new sofa? I know, I'll get a credit card and pay it off over a few months. Well, you can't do that. You have to pay your balance off every month, or else you're going to get a letter from Amex, or your account will probably get shut down or whatever. So should you get this card? Well, if you travel a lot, definitely. It's a no-brainer card. It offers the best lounge access, certainly for international travel. If you're only flying within the US, there is an argument that could be made for the American Airlines Executive Platinum from Citi, because that gives you Admirals Club access, and Admirals Clubs are great, and there's a lot of them in the US. Priority Pass actually only has 25 airports in the US that have lounges, but there's a lot internationally. So that's kind of something to consider, but obviously if you're in a city that has a Centurion lounge, then that's going to be great for you. Like if you're flying between LaGuardia and SFO, San Francisco, both airports have Centurion lounges, so that's a great route. Someone who lives on that route and flies that regularly, Amex Platinum is a perfect card for you. There is another point that if you already have other tier 4 cards, like for example the Chase Sapphire Reserve, I think it's pretty pointless having two. It's pretty pointless having the Amex Platinum and the Chase Sapphire Reserve. Like, I don't. I just have the Sapphire Reserve. The Amex Platinum I'm reviewing is Mrs. Credit Shrifu's. We decided to get one premium credit card each. I think that works. It's a good way. But, arguably you could say, well, why doesn't one of us just get a premium card and the other one just have an authorized user card on their account? That could bring the cost down even more. But I personally want to review both. The reason that there's no point having two is because a lot of the benefits overlap. So I get Priority Pass membership from the Sapphire Reserve, but the Amex Platinum also gives Priority Pass membership. I get National Car Rental Emerald Club membership from the Sapphire Reserve, and guess what? The Amex Platinum also features Emerald Club membership. So you're going to really be doubling up on perks. What I would recommend though is if you want one card that's going to give you more perks than anyone else, and you do travel a lot, I would say that the Amex Platinum is definitely for you. If you want something a bit simpler, you're probably not going to travel as much, and you want it to be a bit more versatile in like the travel credit, just easier to bring the annual fee down. Chase Sapphire Reserve is definitely, that's the kind of market it's aimed at. The travel credit is $300, super easy to use, etc. And so yeah, that's my review, guys. I think it's a great travel card for people who travel. If you don't travel, then it's probably going to be a waste of time for you. Half the perks that you're paying for, you're not going to use, you're not going to save money. So that's my review, guys. I would recommend it. It's an awesome card, and it makes you feel like a boss. Leave your comments below. As always, give this video a like, subscribe if you're new. Do you have the Amex Platinum? What do you think of it, or are you trying to get it? Let me know. Alright guys, thanks so much, and we'll see you next time. Bye.